Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to have some great conversations. This is Camielle, Janae. And before we get started, please hit that like button and subscribe so you can get notifications on upcoming videos. But before we, get all into who I have today, because I have some guests, I want to ask you a question. What do you think it takes to have a long-lasting friendship? Healthy friendship, let's say that. No negative, no toxic stuff. What do you think it takes? Okay? I don't have the perfect answer, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit with my girls. So I have some guests, and I have my two friends, Courtney and Rose. Y'all say hey.
Hey.
So yeah, we have actually been friends for how long would you say?
Almost 11 years.
About 11 years in September. Yes. So it's been a while. We met in college. We were all transfer students at our college, and from then on, we were involved in ministries, things like that. We hung out. We did sleepovers,
neighbors.
We were neighbors for some of us. All of that. So yeah, we got some history. But basically, I would say we have a pretty healthy friendship. What would y'all say?
Yeah, I agree.
So we all live in different cities/states, and we've been friends for 11 years. So we're just gonna kind of talk about what we think it took to continue to be friends for this long. Maybe things we learned about it or whatever. So who want to start? Go ahead, Courtney.
I want to start.
Take it away. So one thing you think that you feel like it really took for us to continue to be friends to this day.
I think being intentional. Like I said, we were friends in college, and I feel like that was easier because we could see each other every day if we wanted to.
We were all on campus
multiple times a week. Yeah, we was hanging out. But I think when we moved away, that's when we had to be intentional. Like, is this a friendship I want to continue? Because honestly, I could count on one hand how many friends I have from college. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think we had to be intentional. Like, let's reach out. Let's create a Facebook Messenger group. Let's meet. And I wish we could meet more, but let's meet once or twice a year, go on a little small trip or something like that, just to say, this is what we're going to do. We don't talk on the phone, but we text, several times a week, and we just kind of keep tabs on each other.
Exactly. And when did we make that decision? It was a couple years ago. We all decided that if we can try to do at least one trip a year to see each other. These don't have to be big, extravagant, overseas type of trips, but just time to spend together a weekend, things like that. Because we all busy with life and things like that. So I agree. Being intentional about spending time with each other or communicating with each other. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good one. What do you think, Rose?
I think kind of goes with that, being willing to be honest with each other as well. Because sometimes, with you, Court, when she texts and I might misread it or might feel like she has some attitude about it, and instead of just letting it slide, be like, you mad or you this and that, and just being okay to say it to her because I know she's not gonna take it in the wrong way. We can just clear it up. So
yeah, we have to clarify stuff.
Yeah, a lot of times
over Messenger.
Yep,
a lot.
In a good way though. It helps us to just be like, I'm gonna say what I feel like.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It's so much easier keeping a friendship in person.
Yeah,
it is.
Because through Messenger, text, and all that, you get annoyed. Things get misinterpreted, miscommunications. It's not for the weak of heart at all.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like we've been doing this for maybe the past couple of years. Sometimes we just randomly do check-ins where it's like, what grade would you give me as a friend? And you might say oh, you're an A+ because you're perfect, Courtney. Or
that's a good example.
Or we say, maybe you're a B, Rose, because maybe you should communicate more.
Yeah.
Or, Camille, you're a B because you haven't talked to us in 2 weeks, or whatever the case might be. And I think that just checking in, how am I doing in this relationship?
Good. So, that self-reflection piece, being honest about it. And, it's hard to ask your friends about how you're doing, and it better all be good, too. But you're right. When we started doing it at first, some of us was, hesitant. And then I think, Courtney, you were like, oh, do me first. Hold on.
Y'all hurt my feelings.
But, nah, it wasn't even like that.
I'm just kidding.
We still friends. But no, having that self-reflection is really helpful because you can be like, okay, this is what I can improve on with my friendships, and this is what they're noticing that I can't see. So it could be like a blind spot. That's really good. What? Anything else you would think?
I think keeping it fun as well, so it's not like a chore, you know. Sometimes we just play random games too.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
on the messengers, right?
So when she
Yeah.
say we, she mean her.
Right,
Okay,
but you guys
like,
play it with me, don't
this
you?
is how you use social media for
Don't
your
you?
advantage. I'm not answering that. But, like, okay, so she'll post games, like, posing questions, like, who you think will be most likely famous for doing this or whatever. And we all vote on it and stuff like that. And then we kind of talk about it afterwards, which is also a helpful piece. Like, why did you say that answer? So we be like, oh, true. It's so random, y'all, but we be like, okay, which one should we do? Like, we be ready to play. It don't even matter.
I like that you don't question it. Be like, oh, this is what we're doing today.
I might question it in my head.
You don't say it.
But
though.
I don't
I'll
say
say
it.
it.
That's right.
You do. Yeah, she does say it. At least one of them. Will.
And then Courtney will be like, okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Exactly.
5 questions later, she's still answering questions. I was like, I thought you was going to sleep, Court.
They love my antics. Don't let this fool you.
What you mean?
I think we vibe together well because I think we wouldn't be able to be friends for like 11 years if we didn't have a good foundation from the jump.
That's true.
Like we like each other. I like you guys.
Thank
So
you,
I mean, I
Courtney.
think that helps. Like we appreciate each other's differences in our personalities.
I'm so glad you like me.
Yeah,
I
I guess in the friendship, like we complete each other.
Yeah. You know, okay, but I would have to
Strong
say
words,
for me,
though.
I said in the friendship. I didn't say in the friendship.
oh my God.
Okay.
Don't go creepy.
Okay.
I would have to say the biggest thing in our particular friendship is our faith. I think that's a big one. So, like I said, we met in college, but more specifically, after we met each other, we all started going to a ministry together, right? And we got involved in that. And really, it wasn't just the church services and stuff like that where you sitting there, blah, blah, blah. It was the hangouts afterwards, the group things we did, the events where we started to bond. And that led to us starting things on our own where I said we did sleepovers. And we all up here in college and stuff doing sleepovers in our pajamas and stuff. We was looking crazy, but we was having fun. And that's what matters. So I think our faith is so important because we know you want to grow in God. And the people you need to have around you need to be about that same thing. And so if you're not, I think that our friendships wouldn't have lasted as longer.
Yeah.
And also, like, the issues we go through, we're able to share, or, like, we're praying for each other and things like that. So we know where we're coming from. It's just not like, oh, I can't talk about God around her. Like, that would be so awkward.
Yeah.
You know, so I think for sure. So you said you think keeping that communication,
Yes.
especially now that we're all long distance from each other. And then you said making sure, what did you say again?
You said fun or something.
Making sure we
think I
keep it
just
fun.
said it. Yes.
Keep it spicy.
For a moment, I forgot what I told.
That's
How
what
you
I'm
gonna remind me if you forgot?
help each other out.
There you go. Okay.
Go for some friendship.
I said making sure, you know, having that foundation that we have, we're all going toward the same goal to get closer to Christ. And I think that's a big thing. But I would just say, if you see that you have some friendships that are really important to you, like, think about what can you work on. Oh, and self-reflection. What can you work on to improve these friendships, to keep them going? Like, y'all, we need a reboost because we're starting to fall apart. Because I think it's important, and we're not supposed to do stuff alone anyways, you know. So, yeah, but I just want to thank y'all for coming on with me. Again, this is Court and Rose, you know what I'm saying? These are my sisters. Oh, and I would look at them more like sisters. Like,
Yeah.
they're those sisters where you don't always get along. You don't
Yeah.
always you don't always see eye to eye.
that's true.
But it's literally like, I can't not be friends with her. Like, it's like a sister. Like, you know, I'm stuck with them type of thing.
I mean, at this point,
You know, like, they're getting on my nerves right now. But no, definitely you start off as friends and then you become family. So I love it. I love it. I just want to thank you all for tuning in to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos. And y'all have a good day.
bye.